Starts right now.
Flooding rains have led to dangerous conditions in and around San Antonio this morning, especially on the roads.
Up to a dozen high water rescues are listed on the San Antonio Fire Dispatch page, along with online multiple traffic accidents, many of which are weather related.
Expect some road closures until the storms ease up. Let's go outside with live cam. Here's some good news. It appears those storms are starting to wind down. Let's get the details on what's been an eventful morning in the Weather and Traffic Department. First up, Justin Horn.
Good morning to you guys. Yes, some big time storms, not severe, but heavy rain coming through this morning. It dropped some big totals as far as rainfall is concerned on top of what we already saw yesterday. Meteorologist Sarah Spivey here with me this morning, and we're tracking all of it for you. Let's go right to radar and show you where the rain is now. And as Mark mentioned, we're starting to see a trend, a decreasing trend with these showers and storms. Less in the way of those reds and oranges that you see there that represent very heavy rain. Now it's mostly just light to moderate rain, with the exception being far northwestern Bexar County around Leon Springs, just to the west of Leon Springs, and then up around the Bernie area, seeing some very heavy rain now. This is all tracking west, but very slowly. And we saw it back build earlier this morning, and that's why we did see some of these heftier totals as we shift south towards SeaWorld, Leon Valley. The intensity here really starting to come down. So this is just light rain. And in fact, the rain is ending. If you're along 410 and east, the rain is ending or north of Highway 90. If you're south of Highway 90, there is some rain still around Palo Alto College, Harlandale High School, and then light rain as you get out towards Lacoste and McDonough, down towards Atascosa. I want to take a look at some of the rainfall estimates with our radar here. And the numbers have been nothing short of impressive. These are 24-hour rainfall estimates, and we'll pause it here and look at some of the numbers. Say out around UTSA, we're estimating 8.6 inches. We haven't had ground truth with this just yet, but we've had some numbers pretty close to this. So we know that these numbers are fairly accurate. 7.6 there as you go northwest into Helotes. Leon Valley, 8.3 estimated, 7.8 there around SeaWorld. These are huge numbers. Now, this is over the last 24 hours, so this combines what we saw yesterday with what we saw this morning. But this morning added 2 to 3 inches in a very quick time frame, and that's why we are seeing the widespread flooding here on the west side, especially along 1604 and along I-10, the Medical Center, and as you go north up towards the Rim and west out towards Gray Forest, and we mentioned Helotes there, and then south along 410 towards John Jay High School. So these numbers, again, big, and that's why the flooding issues are still there. A lot of water still over the roadways in some spots. And we look at the forecast today. I think rain chances are going to decrease some as we get into the afternoon because the atmosphere is kind of worked over. Again, we're seeing these storms decrease for now. Temperatures stay in the 80s today, but still some issues on the roadways because this water's it's going to take time for all this to drain. Let's get over to Stephen now and see where some of those issues are at this hour.
Yeah, that's definitely right, Justin. Although we're seeing that rain decrease, we're seeing a lot of the residual effects still in and around the San Antonio, specifically the northwest area. We want to show you here really quick before we move the camera here is we do have some flooding that's actually being reported over there on the northwest side. You can see we have several crashes right now working. I want to go ahead and bring your attention to this situation right now that's unfolding off I-10 East and Loop 410 is the view from TransGuide. You can take a look right there. We do have an 18-wheeler that looks like it's jackknife, which is causing some big issues out. And this is just one of the issues that we've spotted so far this morning. Take a look there. One lane's at least closed off, traffic being diverted over here. Let's take a look at our map and see what that's looking like right now. That crash actually happened here off Loop 410 eastbound at East Houston Street. Again, causing some delays there, but not as big as we typically would imagine to see. But we are starting to see a lot of this flooding, as we talked about just a few moments ago. I-35 southbound flooding at San Pedro Avenue. Again, this is what we've been seeing throughout the morning, and it's been increasing actually over here on the northwest side. As you can see over on 410, we do have some flooding going on over there up to close as 1604. I believe we have a crew that's going to be heading out to these locations, trying to get us the best shot, of course, as safely as they can. Let's go ahead and show you our road weather map right now as we talk about the residual effects of the weather that we're seeing right now. You see a lot of that green, as we've showed you in the past. That green indicates we have slick roads in the area. Take a look right out Von Ormy. We also have have it up towards Helotes, where we actually have a lot of ponding out there at this hour. What I want to do now is flip the camera here if we can. Before we get to the rotator, I want to just let you know about some closures that we are seeing right now. This is according to Public Works. Water over the roadway between Leslie Road to Braun Road, Old Grissom Road from Timber Path to Culebra. And just some advice, guys, turn around, don't drown. We are monitoring those road closures, and you can always head to our website at KSAT.com for a full list. But want to bring it back here to US 90 at 36, that rotators we just talked about, showing us different views of the city. Looks like it is picking up, but there are some issues that we're going to be keeping a close eye on. Mark, Steph?
Thank you, Stephen. We're going to move over to our team coverage. We're going to join Max Massey, who's on his way to a jackknifed 18-wheeler that Stephen was just talking about a minute ago.
What's the latest, Max?
All right, guys. Well, I would say I'm usually calm, cool, and collected, especially while driving. It's been pretty crazy out there. You know, I live on the northwest side. Coming into work today, some hydroplaning, some frantic drivers, and then a lot of backsplash. You know, people driving in front of you and then getting what is left from them right under your windshield, and it throws you off a little bit. Made it to work safely. Now we're out and about here in the Storm Chaser, and I gotta say, we're now here on the west side, and we've seen a lot already. We've seen some 18-wheelers go a little bit too fast. We've seen some drivers, you know, trying to weave in and out of traffic. So if you are out and about, try to be safe. And then I'm gonna show you what we're looking at right now. Let's see if I can throw this on over to the roof cam. What we just saw was the aftermath of what appeared to be a high water rescue. Crews now leaving the scene. But guys, I got to tell you a crazy story on the way over here. We saw what I'm only going to describe as a local hero. It appeared as though a older person was walking, fell in the middle of the road because of the high water there, and some man walked over and picked the person up and walked them over to the sidewalk. And it didn't end there. The guy then ran down the sidewalk and picked up the elder woman's umbrella and then ran back all throughout the rain. So just, you know, crazy situations. But that is a heroic situation that we found so far this morning. We're going to keep going out and about, like I just said, taking another look out here. The fire truck is headed out, so they're done here. We're going to keep on the roads, and if anything does pop up, we're tracking flooding, we're tracking high water rescues, and we are tracking crashes. And the only thing I can tell you guys is that if anyone hasn't left their home yet, make sure to drive safe, be smart, a lot of following distance, and watch out for those large puddles on the road, guys.
All right, Max Massey out and about helping us keep you covered as far as what's happening on the roads. It looks like the rain has come to an end where Max was. Do also want to get you updated on power outages. At its peak yesterday during storms, we had about 11,000 people without power, and we've got a repeat performance today with those showers and thunderstorms that moved through earlier. As of right now, 76 outages affecting just over 4,800 customers. CPS Energy, of course, dispatching crews out there to get power restored as quickly as is possible.
And if you haven't hit the road yet, but you're planning to, we have a list of common trouble spots in our city that you may want to plan your trip around, or maybe you're new in town. You can head over to our website at KSAT.com.
We have other crews out and about. We're going to try and get in touch with them in this hour of GMSA at 9. But right now, let's take a look at today's 9 at 9.
San Antonio police shot and killed a man accused of shooting at his family and a KSAT news crew. After a standoff, the man fired at police, who then shot back, killing the suspect. This happened after our crews were at the scene following up on a house fire that happened over the weekend. Nobody was hurt in the incident.
Fire officials say lightning from last night's storm sparked this massive house fire on the far west side. The flames weren't giving up despite the heavy rain and water from fire trucks. Took crews hours to put out the 2-story fire. Nobody was hurt, but the home is a total loss.
A reminder to turn around, don't drown. San Antonio could experience more heavy rain throughout the week, so a list of flood-prone areas can be found on KSAT.com right now.
Tropical storm Elsa could bring high winds and rain to parts of Florida within the next few hours. The storm battered Cuba overnight, is now back over open water. Landfall expected tomorrow morning.
Weather conditions are quickly deteriorating in Miami as search crews work nonstop to find victims of the condo collapse. The death toll is now up to 28. Over 100 are still missing.
A massive Tyson chicken recall being expanded to some H-E-B products after possible listeria contamination. The updated list includes some take-home ready meals created by H-E-B. The company says all contaminated items have been pulled from shelves. For the full list of what's included in the recall, head to KSAT.com.
The Biden administration plans to issue a new rule to protect the rights of farmers who raise livestock. The protections will make it easier for farmers to sue large meat processing companies over unfair or discriminatory contracts.
Hospitals in San Antonio are posting the prices of their medical procedures online as a new federal rule and state law takes effect. The mandates require hospitals be transparent about pricing, including any charges that could be made to insurance companies. The state law goes into effect September 1st.
And the Bucks take on the Suns tonight for the 2021 NBA Finals. The first game starts at 8 p.m. right here on KSAT 12, and that's today's 9 at 9.
9:08, about 73 degrees. Our team coverage of this morning's bad weather continues.
And a live look at the radar as we head to break. And if you can do so safely, you can post your storm pictures on the KSAT Authority app. You can just look for pins. And welcome back. It's about 9:11. In your morning headlines, a condo exploded, taking part of a neighborhood with it, and neighbors save a man from a burning car.
Another rescue. This one involved a car in a river and 2 babies. And marching in high heels, could you or should you do it, David Sears?
No.
No.
But
to either?
We're going to defer to our high heel expert later on. So we have one on staff. People may not have known this, but we have one on staff. We'll get to that in just a second. But first, let's start with this. Did you hear that? We're going to play that again for you. That is a doorbell camera, and that is an explosion in a neighborhood. There it is again, about a mile away. This is happening in Michigan. This is the result of that explosion, a completely destroyed neighborhood. Apparently, a house blew up. A man in that house was killed, but he was the only fatality. But there was a massive amount of damage. 2 condos completely destroyed, 15 homes sustained damage. The fire department on scene escorting residents inside their homes so they can get some of their belongings.
Inside, the ceilings are, all the nail pops are out. Everything's off the wall.
It's pretty devastating. I'm sure I lost everything.
I don't think I'm lucky, I'm blessed, because I'm still alive.
Yeah, the investigation into that explosion is underway. All right, now you're looking at a car on fire after it crashes into this semi-truck in a neighborhood. And neighbors are working to try to save the driver's life. It happened yesterday morning. That red Kia just slammed right into the cab of that truck and burst into flame. Folks in the neighborhood rushed to the car with buckets of water and hoses, anything they could find to hold water to get the flames out. They were also yelling at the driver to hang on while they waited for the fire department. The CHP sergeant on scene said it appeared the driver was distracted, fell asleep, or was under the influence, and obviously was driving at a high rate of speed, and the neighbors saved him.
And we had several motorists stop and neighbors come out and start firefighting and tried to put the fire out. They just didn't have enough water to put the fire out, but they were able to beat the flames back.
Beating back enough to save the guy. The driver did sustain life-threatening injuries. He is still in the hospital. All right, let's take it to Evansville, Indiana. Yes, that is an SUV floating down the Ohio River. A woman hanging on for dear life. She's trying to save 2 young girls in that SUV. This happened Sunday. The dad, Harley Day, stepped out of the vehicle to talk to his fiance when his daughter put the car in neutral, and it started rolling right for the river. Day was trying to stop the SUV, but fell. He was run over. The vehicle ended up in the river. Several people dove in to help out.
If it wasn't for them pedestrians, the truck might have sank with the kids inside. I tried my best to get them on top of the roof.
Yeah, Day ended up with a destroyed vehicle, but his kids were saved. He suffered a scratched up hip. He believes he also broke his elbow. The problem now, he was a pizza delivery guy, so he has to figure out how he's going to get another ride so he can get his job back. And finally this morning, you are looking at Ukrainian soldiers going through marching training. Closer look, yes, those are female soldiers, and yes, they are training to march in high heels. According to the official news agency, the women are training twice a day to get the march down. They are preparing for a parade on August 24th that'll mark the 13th anniversary of Ukraine's independence from the Soviet Union. And yes, there are some Ukrainian lawmakers who are very unhappy. The deputy chairman wants the decision reevaluated. A joint statement has been signed by several officials criticizing the decision. They want to see a gender advisor appointed. The defense ministry defended the decision. They posted some pictures on Facebook showing women in other armies wearing high heels. Stephanie, would you march in high heels? You're the only one here I know wears high heels. And
Right.
Every day you wear your high heels.
It's, they look great, but it's not practical. Actually, so marching wouldn't be the problem. It would be if you have to stand for a long period of time in the heels, and if they don't fit perfectly, you're going to have some problems.
There you go.
There you go.
But it's not practical.
There's your marching in heels evaluation. Thank you for that.
Thank you, David. We'll see you in a bit.
Yes. For now, we have several news crews out on the roads. And to keep you updated, Katrina Weber is live on the roads at Bandera near Seneca.
That's just outside 410 in Leon Valley. Katrina, what's the latest?
Well, this is a shut down road right here, and it's all due to flooding. I'm going to let you take a look at what's going on. Just right there at the corner by the light is where there's a low-lying area with high water that has built up. And we've seen a lot of this as we've been driving out this morning. We've been driving around for the past couple of hours. The roads, in one word, are treacherous this morning. A lot of high water, a lot of ponding on the roads. We have seen several cars that have been caught in high water. We didn't see anyone being rescued where we were, but we've heard plenty of talk about that, listening to the scanners. Firefighters, police have been running back and forth. Even on this road, we have seen fire engines go flying by with their lights on, as well as police cars, just trying to stay ahead of the situation. But of course, this is all due to the downpour that we have been seeing throughout the area all morning long. But right here, again, Bandera Road at Seneca, they are directing traffic around this flooding situation in both directions. So if you have to come this way, you're going to need some patience or perhaps find another way around. Reporting live on the northwest side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
All right, Katrina, be careful out there.
Max Massey's out and about as well. He has the latest from his location. Max.
Hey guys, yeah, we're here on West Commerce. Now, as you can see, this portion of the road is completely closed off, and this is as far as they're letting me go. But even here, the water on the grass, it is flowing very quickly, and it's flowing all the way down there. That's up Pin Road all the way up there. They had to shut down the entire part of the road because it's clearly flooding. Now, they did this in anticipation of people trying to drive through this morning. I did just talk to a couple officials. They tell me, luckily, they haven't had any bad situations yet, but they closed it off just in time. It's been closed off for about 45 minutes now, and they tell me that it's going to be closed off for the foreseeable future, making sure that no one tries to drive through this. And guys, I got to tell you, it looks like the water down there just past me, it's a couple feet deep. So if you're out and about today, I can't stress this enough. If you see situations like this, in case it's not blocked off, turn around, don't drown. And if it is blocked off, do not go around the barricades. We hear so many stories about people trying to be too daring in their pickup trucks or even their small cars, trying to go around these barricades, thinking that they can make it through, and they can't. So guys, all I can say is be safe, drive smart. If you see a situation like this, turn around, don't drown. Stephanie, Mark.
All right, thank you very much, Max.
Let's go ahead and check in with Stephen Cavazos. You've been busy all morning. Looks like there's a situation at Loop 410.
That's right. And, I think Max and Katrina said it best. The roads are pretty treacherous right now, and definitely turn around and don't drown. We're seeing some situations starting to unfold. Typically, right now, it's going to be over on the northwest side of the county. Take a look right now, the view of TransGuide. We do have some vehicles making their way through there, but just look at that, guys. That water is pretty high right there. So if you are feeling hesitant about driving through a particular location, again, turn around, don't drown. Avoid driving past barricades as well. They're placed up there for your safety. Let's go ahead and bring it to the map and show you some issues that are currently happening. We have a little bit of a wide scope up here to show you where we're spotting a lot of this flooding that's being reported right now in our system. You can see a lot of that, again, over here on the northwest side. We do want to bring your attention to a few crashes that are currently happening. Take a look. Loop 410 eastbound at East Houston Street. That is where that trailer was jackknifed. It looks like there is some progress, though, so things are starting to pick up. Good sign there. But we're going to bring your attention over here to 281 northbound, where one lane is blocked at Hildebrand Avenue. Starting to see a little bit of a buildup there in those northbound lanes of 281, and further up 281 northbound, we have another crash reported at Maltzberger Lane. Jumping over here to another crash, I-10 westbound. Right now, 2 lanes are blocked at Vance Jackson. I believe we also have another crew heading out to that particular area, so we can get you a ground shot here. Justin, we're going to go ahead and show you a quick look here at 1604 East Bandera to 281. We're seeing some slowdowns right now, guys, but that's where a lot of that flooding is starting to be reported. But thankfully, things are picking up here. Showing you here one last look at the road weather map. It's still pretty wet outside. We still have some ponding, so just use some caution. Again, turn around, don't drown. It's the best advice we can give you today.
Stephen, thank you. And in general, we're starting to see these the heavier rain starting to decrease in intensity just a little bit. That's the good news, but it's still going to take some time for this water to drain. We're also seeing some light rain starting to redevelop behind this. So we're still going to see that sort of aggravate the issue a little bit. Where you see these reds and oranges, that's where the really heavy rain has been. Rainfall rates 2 to 3 inches per hour. That's why we saw the rain this morning. We've had some estimates close to 9 inches of rain on the northwest side. That will definitely cause some flooding. Let's start where the heavy rain is now, and that's around Bernie. If you go up I-10, just north of Fair Oaks Ranch, getting a good cluster here of some pretty heavy rain. This is going to work its way into Bandera County, Pipe Creek, Bandera. You eventually will get some of this rain, although it's moving pretty slowly off to the west. Comfort, getting a little bit of light rain, but let's focus in here on San Antonio now. This is mostly just light rain. So Helotes, Leon Valley, where the flooding is underway, we're still getting some light rain. I think some of these low water crossings will continue to drain despite that, but we got to be careful because there's going to be some spots, and you know the creeks that flood, and that water's got to go somewhere. So this is all going to flow through the city of San Antonio. So even if you're not getting heavy rain, watch the creeks because they will flow over the roads, and don't go past those barricades, as we've been saying. We still got a pocket of heavy rain just west of SeaWorld. That's just outside 1604, so the Alamo Ranch area. Still getting some very heavy rain. And then back down towards McDonough, Palo Alto College, and down towards Harlandale, starting to get some pretty hefty rain here. The rainfall rate's probably picking up a little bit, although this is an area that did not get the very heavy rain yesterday, so the flooding potential maybe not as high. Still, let's use some caution out there with what we have going on. And I'm looking at a picture of Leon Creek right now at Highway 90, and the water is flowing. That's one of those notorious spots. So let's switch over now to rainfall estimates here. We'll pause it and look at the first 12-hour rainfall rates, and we'll try to bring that up for you. And we'll show you that the numbers close in on 7 to 8 inches. Sometimes this doesn't want to pull up in some spots based on what we're seeing with the radar. See if we can pull up 24 hours. Still not working. I may have to go over to the radar real quick. But what I can tell you, the numbers are high, 7 to 8, even 9 inches in some cases. And that's why those flash flood warnings are there, still in place. So the 12-hour rainfall, where you see these purple colors, that represents 6, 7 inches of rain in the last 12 hours. So we're talking UTSA, down along Bandera, down to Holmes High School, John Jay High School there on the west side of town. Then we take a look at the 24-hour rainfall, and the numbers are even bigger. We've had some ground truth here of up to 9 inches of rain, especially up there around the rim, just west of I-10, and then near Clark High School, along Bandera Road, where you saw where Katrina is. That's where we've had some reports of some very heavy rain, and this extends south all the way to SeaWorld. Now, if you're on the east side of San Antonio, again, that's just maybe some light rain at this time. We're not dealing with the flooding, but some of those creeks are going to push some of that water down to the south and east. So we got to be careful just about anywhere we go. I think conditions are going to get better here over the next couple of hours. We've seen the atmosphere get a little worked over, so maybe we get a break in the action. But we still got to be careful, again, especially if you're on the west side of town. Let's talk about the forecast now, and let's jump over to Sarah. She's got the latest on what's going on.
Hey, yeah, thank you, Justin. First, I wanted to show, this is 90 at Leon Creek, exactly what you were talking about. The creeks really quickly run over the water here. And just 6 inches of rushing water can knock off a person. Just 12 inches of rushing water, or a foot of rushing water, can take away most cars, most vehicles. And this is why you can see just those stop signs there, just how high that water is near where those stop signs are in the forefront of your screen. So please be careful, especially if you live generally west of I-10 on the north side and west of 281 on the south side. That's where we're dealing with that flash flood warning. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the day today. This is a look outside right now, but if we can bring back up the weather maps, you can see the rest of the day we are going to be having a chance for rain even into the afternoon. Scattered showers and storms are going to continue for the afternoon hours, but they'll be more scattered in nature. There we go, and not as widespread. 60% chance around 2 into the afternoon, but by the evening hours, we'll see the rain start to taper on down as we lose that daytime heating. Outside right now, 74 degrees, east-southeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Rain-cooled air out there right now. We're really not going to get all that much warmer outside today. A few peaks of sunshine should bring us up maybe maximum 10 degrees with highs in the mid to upper 80s. The source of this morning's rain, low pressure system over South Texas right now. And that's where most of the heavier rain for the rest of the day is going to be confined to South Texas. But looking ahead at the futurecast, as I mentioned, even this afternoon, if we get a few peaks of sunshine, a little bit of instability out there, we are going to see some scattered showers and storms in the afternoon, coming to a temporary pause in the evening hours. And then we'll be looking at less coverage tomorrow, more intense along the coastal plain tomorrow, but still a 50% chance for scattered showers and storms for your Wednesday. In the 7-day forecast, guys, this is quite rare to see in July. Temperatures in the 80s. We usually have hit 100 degrees by now, but because of this unusually wet and active weather pattern, we're going to have cooler temperatures in the continuation for rain. The areas that have flooded, Mark and Steph, this morning, we're going to have to continue to watch those areas because the ground is absolutely soaked. So any additional rain out there could lead to some additional flooding.
Sarah and Justin, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Our team coverage continues after the break.
Much more on weather and traffic coming up in this hour, but as many San Antonians head back to work, they may come across some unsuspecting posts that may look too good to be true while on the job hunt.
Ivan Herrera has some advice on what job seekers should be on the lookout for to avoid any potential scams in this week's Money It's Personal.
Help wanted signs are popping up around town and through virtual job posting websites, giving San Antonians many options to find a new gig. But sometimes looks can be deceiving if you miss the red flags on a job bulletin. So, the Federal Trade Commission has some tips to help protect job seekers from scammers. First, start your search with reliable sources like the Career One Stop website, which is sponsored by the U.S. Department of Labor and features job listings in the public and private sectors. Next, if you're looking to use a job placement service, do your research to make sure the staffing company or employment agency is reputable. The FTC says scammers may pretend to be legitimate recruiters and claim they have an inside track on dream jobs or hot companies. If a placement service or recruiter asks you for money to help you land a job, avoid them. Legitimate firms are typically paid by prospective employers to find local talent. The FTC also warns to view work-from-home offers with suspicion, as some con artists may try to lure people in with bogus offers. If a job poster asks you to shell out money for a starter kit or training, you may be dealing with a scammer. Evaluate the company and talk about the offer with someone you trust before shelling out any money. Finally, the FTC says beware of be your own boss pitches. Some may begin with free online or in-person seminars that dangle the bait of a lavish lifestyle. If a job poster requires you to drop some cash for more courses or training, don't fall victim. If you spot a scam, report it at reportfraud.ftc.gov and to the State Attorney General's office. For this week's Money It's Personal, I'm Ivan Herrera, KSAT 12 News.
Now, Ivan says the app doesn't only cover LA, it's also available right here in San Antonio. Again, it's called Swimply.
And there's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9. Taking a look out at the radar, looks like the storm's moving out on the city's west side for right now.
And we're going to check the roads with TransGuide, and it's a mess out there. This is always a good barometer of how things are going as far as flash flooding in our area. This is 90 access road at Leon Creek, and it is flowing right now after some torrential rainfall. But again, there is good news. Things are winding down. The roads are still a mess. We have hours and hours to deal with the leftover from flash flooding and quite a bit of runoff. Much more to come.
And taking a look outside with live cam, rain moving out, but those roads are still kind of wet right now.
They are. We're going to check in with Stephen coming up. Justin is here with more. It seems like we've received about a week's worth of rain over a day or so. And earlier you were mentioning something called ground truth.
Yes.
When it comes to rainfall estimates. Can you decipher for us?
So we have a radar that estimates how much rainfall we get, and it's usually pretty accurate, but it always helps when we get an actual measurement from someone on the ground, from a rain gauge or what have you. And we've got several gauges around town, and we're starting to get some of these numbers in, telling us that there has been 8-9 inches of rain fallen over the last 24 hours. This is mainly on the west side, but these are huge numbers. It's resulting in flooding this morning. And as we've said all day or all morning long, if you don't have to drive, don't do it, or at least give it a little more time, because these things are starting to drain some, but there's going to be high water issues for another couple of hours. Let's take a look at the radar right now. And most of the rain is light. You see some of that yellow color, and it's kind of filling in a little bit. Light to moderate rain across western Bexar County, but it's even starting to spread east of downtown. So if you didn't get any rain, you're east of downtown, you're hoping for a little bit more rain. There is some rain now falling. We still have our flash flood warning in effect because, again, with rain falling on top of the flooding issues that we're seeing, there's still going to be some problems, even though the rainfall rates have let up some. So we'll zoom in a little bit closer where some of that more moderate rain is. McDonough, Von Army, as we mentioned, west of SeaWorld there along 1604 on the city's west side, Alamo Ranch, then up towards Helotes and Gray Forest. And this is where we're still seeing some problems. We've seen this on TransGuide. Some of these creeks are still very swollen, and that water all has to track to the south and east across San Antonio. So even if you didn't get a lot of rain where you are, watch those creeks, watch those low water crossings. And we'll pause it here and look at some of the rainfall rates. Again, nothing short of incredible here, where you see some of these purple colors. We're talking about 6 to 7 inches of rain, and this is just in 12 hours. Basically UTSA down through Leon Valley, down towards the SeaWorld area. But we'll go ahead and put on the 24-hour rain, and the numbers obviously get even larger because we had the rainfall yesterday in this area. So we're talking 8.5 there around UTSA, Gray Forest close to 7 inches, 6.5 there further south along Bandera, and down towards SeaWorld close to 9 inches. And we did get a report of close to 9 inches just west of I-10 there on the northwest side. Downtown, we're only talking about 1.5 inches here, maybe close to 2 inches there on the southeast side. And if you're far east side, maybe just 0.2 of an inch. So it makes all the difference here on where you are here in town. But all the issues obviously are aware that heavy rain has fallen overnight and this morning, and there still will be several more issues for, I think, a couple more hours here. Let's check in with Stephen. He's been watching the roadways very closely for us. What's the latest over there?
Yeah, that's right, Justin. We're taking a look here. We want to bring up this shot of US 90 at Leon Creek again. Just to give you a little bit of a pinpoint of where this is at, let's go ahead and take you to the wall and show you how things are developing right now. So as Sarah said, this water is obviously can be very, looks can be deceiving here. So you don't want to cross something when you come across an issue like this, because that can take out most vehicles. So use some caution and common sense, guys. That does go a long way. Let's bring it to the map and show you here lane closure, that one right here of US 90 westbound. Now 2 lanes blocked at General McMullen. We're starting to see more of that as the morning is getting going here, but mainly what we're really keeping a very close eye on is going to be some of the flooding. Let's go ahead and bring you to what we're seeing over here, mainly on the northwest side, and getting to some of this flooding. This one happening here off Village Park, right at Woodland Hills, that is. Seeing more of that continuing up here right along Woods End Drive, flooding at Bristlecone Drive, and that's causing some issues. When we start to see that flooding, that's when traffic starts to build up as well. Bringing it over here to I-10 westbound, flooding at De Zavala as well. Again, we're starting to see more of that as we're seeing the residual effects of that rainfall this morning. It still shows a lot of slick roads out there, some ponding to be on the lookout for, but we'll be watching the roads throughout the morning.
And one of the traffic trouble spots we've been watching this hour, you're looking live right now in Leon Valley, where Bandera Road is closed at Seneca. And that is just outside Loop 410. You see Leon Valley Police out there right now directing traffic. We've got water over the roadway. As our meteorologists have been saying, the rains have moved on, but we're still dealing with all that residual runoff. A lot of water in a very short period of time. So again, all the normal trouble spots around town are going to be trouble for a few more hours.
Let's go ahead and check in on another trouble spot. That's where Max Massey was earlier. It was off of Penn Road. And Max Massey, where are you headed to now?
Guys, we are headed to 410 and Evers, and I got to say, this has been some of the cleanest driving we've seen so far today. Obviously, earlier in the morning with the rain and all the flooding and the situations that we saw, it was a little chaotic on the roadways. People are starting to adapt, go slower, less people on the roadways, obviously, as the morning goes on. But I got to say, guys, it was kind of scary earlier. We were on the west side, and a lot of those major roads, you know, people travel for work and whatnot. We had Calabria, obviously Penn, Commerce, a lot of flooding on the roadways, and a lot of people who should not have been trying to go through those large spouts of water were just trying to truck through, and a lot of people unsure if they could make it through. We did see, you know, a couple people actually walking across the road. One elderly woman fell, and we saw someone run down, pick her up, walk her to safety, and then run up the road, pick up the umbrella, and then bring it to her. So we've seen just about everything this morning. We showed you in the last half hour, Penn Road completely shut down because of the fast flooding. You know, city officials shutting down the road in anticipation of people trying to go through there. They said it's going to be closed for the foreseeable future. At last check, they didn't have any situations that they had to deal with. And then to start the 9 a.m., we actually saw fire trucks peeling away from a high water rescue that was successful. So we've seen everything out and about this morning. Again, we're headed to 410 and Evers. If anything does pop up, we'll check back in with you guys. Mark, Stephanie?
All right, Max, be careful out there.
We have 3 high water rescues working right now. 7500 block of 151, also Bandera at Mystic, and one in the 4300 block of Vance Jackson. Stephen mentioned some of those. Right now, 942, about 73 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back. 946. We're still tracking some light to moderate rain here around Bexar County and San Antonio. Notice the rain is sort of spread east here, so now everybody's getting in on the light rain. But our main concern has been the west side of town, where we've seen very, very heavy rainfall this morning, on top of some heavy rainfall yesterday. We'll go ahead and put the radar into motion here, and you can see that rain, yes, is spreading east. It's mostly light rain, but it's made it out to 410 now on the east side. Where there are still issues along 1604, city's west side, along 410, Culebra, Bandera Road. Those are the areas where we've been hit pretty hard this morning. And with rain still coming down, we'll continue to have some issues. Now, the rainfall rates are not what they were, so we'll get some drainage here, so that the water will come down a little bit. But we're still seeing a lot of places with high water. We still got to be very, very careful. And I would think it's going to take another couple of hours here before we get rid of the danger in those low spots. Again, this is mostly just moderate rain where you're seeing this yellow color, Taft High School, Helotes, SeaWorld, along 1604 here and along Highway 90, even around downtown, still seeing some light rain. And we've been showing you most of the morning the estimated rainfall totals, but I think it's worth showing again because these numbers are just so incredible here over the last 12 hours and 24 hours. And I'll switch sides here and see if this helps. We can pull this up. Where we've seen the biggest numbers. There we go. So where you see these purple colors here, that represents 6 to 7 inches of rain in some cases, 6.8, 6.1, you get up towards UTSA, 5.6, and this is just the last 12 hours. You add on what we saw yesterday, and we're talking about 8 to 9 inches of rain, and therein lies the problem and why we're having so many issues this morning. And we know the spots that flood. You know the spots that flood. Just avoid it. If you can avoid driving this morning, probably a good idea. And very quickly, before I toss it over to Sarah here, I do want to take a look at the rain rates, and they've gotten a lot better. So I'll actually put it into motion for you. And you can see earlier we had some of those purples on there that represented some very heavy rain. Now we're basically just talking about ½ an inch per hour, which definitely helps us out here with the flooding, but it still aggravates the issue, if that makes sense. While things will get better, it's not going to get better very quickly because we still have light rain falling, and those creeks, those rivers, we got to be careful. Low water crossings, just avoid them this morning, especially if you're west of downtown. We're keeping a close eye on all that. One thing you can do to help us safely, send in some pictures of what you're seeing outside your home if you are dealing with some flooding to our KSAT Connect. We love to see those pictures. It helps us see what's going on outside. And I believe Sarah has a picture that just came into our KSAT Connect. Sarah.
I do, Justin. I do have a picture. We were talking about ground truth earlier, right? The radar can estimate a rainfall for us, but the ground truth is really where we can confirm that. And we have seen ground truth of up to 9 inches of rain, Bandera, Leon Creek area. Now that is over 24 hours. This particular area is near San Antonio on the west side. Look at that culvert there, completely overflowing with some water. And this person, unfortunately, was saying that the water was even leaking into their garage. As you can see on the ground there, tons of water. The ground is absolutely completely saturated west of downtown, and that's why we've been having these flash flooding issues. Worth noting too that flash flood warning has been extended to noon. So if you are under that flash flood warning, wondering when it's going to be safe to go outside and drive, I'd say just wait until noon and afternoon. Allow for that water to start to drain out. Now, we're not done with the rain, believe it or not. In fact, although the main show is this morning, again, it's amazing to me how just a 20-mile difference from the east side of town to the west side of town can result in those major, massive rainfall differences. But the main show has been this morning. And into the afternoon, we're still going to carry a 60% chance for scattered showers and storms. If those storms fall on the east side of town, we should be in all right shape, maybe just some minor flooding. But if they end up falling on areas that have already seen so much rain under that flash flood warning, we are going to have to watch out for more flash flooding in addition. Not only are we not done with the rain today, but tomorrow we have scattered showers and storms as well. 74 degrees outside right now, and we've got a low pressure system to our south, and that's why we're seeing all of that rain this morning west of 281 generally. That low pressure system is going to focus most of the heavy rain to South Texas over the next couple of days. And looking at the forecast for the future casts, you can see that with the loss of daytime heating tonight, we'll see a temporary pause to the rainfall. However, once again tomorrow, although most of the rain will be across coastal plain, we are going to have another opportunity to see scattered showers and storms. About a 50% chance, 60% chance rather, for scattered showers and storms tomorrow. By the weekend, though, our rain will become more isolated, but temperatures staying on the cooler side, highs only in the 80s.
All right, Sarah, thank you very much. Right now, folks, we want to take you up the north side on a continued breaking weather situation.
That's at Jackson Keller near West Avenue. That's where our photojournalist Azian Maria is out there getting a shot right now at a safe distance. As you can see, that water rushing through there. Of course, it doesn't look like it's raining too hard, but the aftermath is still there in that shot. Yeah, the flooding does continue, folks. Please be careful out there. We're going to keep you updated right here on GMSA at 9, of course, online and on the news at noon. We're going to be right back after this break. Again, a live look, Jackson Keller, West Avenue, and it's frozen right now, but we've got a lot of water under that stretch of road. Justin?
It's going to take some time for that water to recede. We still have flash flood warnings until noon for most of the western half of San Antonio here, so be very careful. Avoid those areas where there's high water. Still some rain coming down at this hour, guys.
And don't forget, coming up tonight, it is Game 1, Bucks and Suns, NBA Finals. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock live right here on KSAT 12.
Who do you have in this series, David?
Nobody.
Nobody. Oh, my goodness.
It's hard to root because both of them have ties to San Antonio Spurs. So
that is
just
true.
give me a good game.
Yeah.
Amen to that. All right, please be careful out there. Coverage continues on the news at noon. Otherwise, on KSAT.com.
All right, have a great day. And yes, be careful out there.